Off the show with the folks from Jackson Public Schools. From Cascades Elementary, Marty Kewen, principal of JPS, Jeff Beal, and from Frost Upper Elementary, Jeremy Patterson. Welcome. Hi, Marty, nice to see you.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Yeah,
I got promoted. I am
promoted. Yeah. Superintendent.
She's principal.
Principal,
Superintendent, principal.
Yeah.
There you go.
PSP. And,
PSP.
Yeah. First up, congratulations because you're principals of new schools, Cascades Early Elementary,
Correct.
new name, new grade
New
configuration.
configuration.
And same with you, Jeremy, you're principal of Frost Upper Elementary.
Yep, it's kind of going back to a model that we had in JPS before, so it's going to be exciting. Love working with Marty, and naturally we have two schools side by side, and so it's going to be a good use of our time and great programs for kids.
Is there a tunnel connecting the two schools?
We talked about building a little bridge over the middle
Skyway,
part,
yeah,
but
Skyway.
yeah.
First want to start with last night's board meeting. You received your evaluation. Here you are, your first anniversary at JPS. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And-
Thank you very much. Year one, June 2nd, so it just happened. And
Wow.
1 year down, many more to go.
And it looks like at least one or two or three because you received last night a formal evaluation by the Jackson School Board, a stellar rating. You scored a 8.7 out of 10 overall in leadership, 9 in board relations, 9, and in community relations, 9.3. Congratulations.
That's 9.3 right here because I come and hang out with you, Bart. You're
Right.
the one that made that possible.
And in honor of the great evaluation, they extended your contract.
Yeah, they did. So now I'm at least here through 16, 17, I think. So
Did it go by fast?
the year went by very fast. We have done so much. If you think about it, we're not sitting still. We're reconfiguring buildings. We're opening new programs. We are taking a much harder look at how we improve education throughout our district. This is, I promise you, a district on the move. We are making waves and moving mountains, and we don't do that in isolation. I get my evaluation thanks to folks like this and the great teachers that we have throughout JPS because they really have done the heavy lifting when it comes to moving mountains. I don't do it by myself. I do it as a team. So
It's a reflection of the whole district, obviously.
yeah.
And last night also, the latest new thing that the district is celebrating is the designation of the middle school at Parkside as an IB school.
Yep, they got their all clear and their thumbs up, so they are now an IB World School, following in the footsteps of Sharp Park Academy, and so we are thrilled. You know that the International Baccalaureate program really focuses on rigor in the classroom. It really focuses to develop the leader in the inquisition in the students, so that students become really good at questioning and taking ownership over their own learning. And so we are absolutely thrilled with that designation and the hard work that staff has done. Again, Parkside, the middle school program at Parkside is a changing program. If you have not visited it, if you have not been in there and seen what they are doing, I promise you they're going to impress you. So it's a great program and certainly a super honor for those staff members.
Another area of growth in the district, you've got this year, two new schools, the 4th Street Learning Center and the Amy Firth campus, right?
Yep, the Amy Firth campus is going to be the Jackson Montessori Center, and that will house both the JPS Montessori program, and we're focusing on kindergarten to start the year. And so right now we're doing enrollment for kindergartners there, and we've got some events coming up, and Julie Baker, who will be the principal of that building, will be here with me again in a couple weeks. And we'll take you in. We'd love to have you come out and see the building, maybe run a camera around the building with us. I promise folks when they come into the Jackson Montessori Center, it is going to be unlike any school they've been in Jackson County. And when they get a feel for how the education is going to take place and what we're going to do to foster some of that student growth and that student independence, they're going to leave and tell 10 of their friends that this is where they should be. It's going to be that special a place.
And you've been enrolling students for the Montessori already?
Yep, we have.
Is there still room?
We still have room. We still have room. We have room for up to 150 students out there, so we've got plenty of room in the building. But really, what we're looking for is somewhere in the neighborhood of about 60 to 75 kids to start the program. So I think we should be ready to roll next fall.
The new school is part of the reconfiguration. Your school is changing, and I was in your school a couple weeks ago, Marty.
You were in my third grade class when they were doing those quilts for the veterans. Mm-hmm.
Great time we had, and I talked to some of your teachers. Everyone's pretty excited about the reconfiguration.
They are excited. It's going to be really nice for the students too, because teachers in my building now will be at Frost, so those students that are going over to Frost will have familiar faces, and teachers that are at Frost, some of them are coming to my building, so those students will also have familiar faces, and it's a great opportunity for collaboration, and it's a team. We're building a great team together, and like Jeremy said before, I look really forward to working even more closely with him.
And in the past, you duplicate grades.
Correct.
In both buildings,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Several grades.
We both had K-5.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the past, our model was more about a theme school, whether it's the arts or the leader in me. And we're, looking at what's best for all kids. What are those high impact programs? And starts with great teachers, and we have that. Great students and family engagement. So have fun every day. So hope to keep making it out and see us as we kick off the school year. And we have summer school over at Frost too. We're staying busy all summer.
Got
So one of the things that we're really pushing with this one campus philosophy is that as opportunity arises, Jeremy will be over in Cascades and working with those students so that when they move over into Frost, they've got a familiar face, they've got a resource that they can lean on. And as time permits, Marty's going to be over in Frost, and so she's already developed strong, solid, foundational relationships with those students, so that gives those students, again, somebody else to lean on. And so we're going to take advantage of two really strong administrators in developing one campus philosophy for Cascades Frost, and it should work really well. It should allow Cascades to really focus on that lower elementary and all of the foundation that goes into lower elementary. I know that Marty is already working with her staff, because our commitment is that every child coming out of Cascades Elementary reads at grade level. I mean, that's the push from the state, is we don't want third graders who can't read at grade level, and Marty and her staff, I think, have a really strong program in place and some ideas on how they're going to move that forward. And Jeremy is going to focus on that 3, 4, 5, those upper grades, and we're really going to take that from learning to read to reading to learn philosophy. And at the same time, we're going to steal from what he's already been doing, because his leader in me philosophy that helps to develop some
Even
of
though
that.
he didn't wear his leader in me.
I've been giving him grief about that. But those leader in me characteristics, we're going to see shift down to Cascades, and so we're going to see some of that take place. And then because Frost was also our starting point for energizing education, we're going to see energizing education open up at Cascades. And so again, what another wonderful outcome for these students. So energizing education moving into yet another building within Jackson Public Schools. And so we are absolutely thrilled with that.
We have two members of the JTV team whose moms work in those buildings. Is Mrs. Kerwin going to still be in the Cascades building?
Yep, she's one of my retired teachers that comes in and helps us during our win time.
And Mrs. Peavy, is she still going to be in Frost?
She's second grade, so she'll be at Cascades.
She'll be
So I
over
have,
here?
yes, Mrs.
Okay.
Peavy, yes, she's coming to mind.
Great.
It's wonderful. It's very exciting on all levels.
Our kids are very familiar with this already, because they ride the same bus into school as it is, and so this won't be anything really different for them. We're going to put together a lot of programs with our parent involvement nights. Our open house back to school is going to be together, so it'll just be easy for our parents, to transition from one building to the next, knowing that we're sharing teachers and sharing programs and pulling it all together.
And some, like the great things, sometimes when you're in a building, you're kind of isolated, but to be able to share, like our back to school, Jeremy was always like, I had a DJ, and so they would be looking out their windows going, what are they doing over there? We're dancing and singing. So we're doing it together and doing it in the middle, that nice little grassy median, and sharing things like that. So
And you had the fire truck there because you
the fire truck.
hose the kids down.
That's
Part of field day.
they look so forward to that. It is a great time.
One of the other pieces that Frost and Cascades really have going for it is Frost, of course, houses our LEAP program in 4th grade, but also our back-to-back program in 5th grade. And so one of the, as Jeremy says, how can we look at the needs of all children? JPS will offer a world language or a foreign language in every elementary school. So between Spanish, French, and German, every elementary student in JPS will have access to a foreign language. It's not some get it and some don't, but everybody will get it. And here at Cascades and Frost, we're going to have French. And it makes a great program for us to roll our students and help rebuild or build that back-to-back program, because in 5th grade we offer an experience for those students to be able to go over to France and then in turn to house or host an exchange family back here. And so it's a great program and a good opportunity for these two to collaborate and us to concentrate that program right there in that campus.
And I think originally those buildings were intended to be a pair with the
Elementary feeding a middle.
junior high. It was
Correct.
Frost was junior high, and Cascades was elementary.
We were K2, and our building's built for K2. I mean, our bathrooms are within the classrooms, you know, smaller complex. So going back to original.
All right, so it's registration time. All of the buildings. People probably will have some questions as to which building and how they decide, but you guys probably know the answers.
Yeah, they're welcome to come on in, stop on in. We're there, and or give us a call. Check us out on the website.
It's been ongoing, so like I said, we'll be there for summer school, so we'll be there up until noon every day, and then extending through the summer. And we're always welcoming new families, and we've already been proactive in communicating with our returning families what the plan is for next year. So we wish them a safe summer, and stop in and see us anytime.
And summer school is at Frost, the bigger school.
So we are actually still enrolling. All of our buildings are taking enrollments right now. So even if you're not sure which building you're going to go to, come in and see us. The principals, I'm sure, will give you a tour. All of our buildings are open for schools of choice. We can't promise we're going to transport out of area, because sometimes we end up transporting literally back and forth across the city. But we've got transportation we're working on right now to get buses set up right now for next fall, so we don't have a slow start, if you will, next fall. But we're enrolling right now, and so even if you're not sure which program fits for you, come in and see us, and we can help tailor a program for you and your child.
Both your school bands were on the parade routes, Rose Parade, Middle School, Parkside, and Jackson. Looked great, sounded great. They were awesome.
Yeah, they are absolutely amazing. We tip our hats to that music program. Jackson High, of course, led off the parade, and they sounded absolutely fabulous. And nobody takes the streets just in sheer numbers like Parkside. You know, an award-winning band for year after year after year. You know, I don't know how many years of straight ones at festival, but when these guys hit the street, everybody takes notice. They really do sound sharp, and they did a fabulous job.
And we'll have highlights on the Jackson show this Thursday of the parade, and then the following week we'll have the whole parade on Summer Spectacular presented by Trips Auto Shop the following Father's Day weekend. Appreciate y'all being here.
Thank you
Well,
very
thank
much.
you very much.
Thanks for
Our
having us.
pleasure.
And congratulations on your evaluation.
Thank you very much. You got to put up with me another year.
From Jackson Public Schools, Marty Kewen, Jeff Beal, Jeremy Patterson. Still to come, we're going to preview the show that Center City Jackson's putting on, Spam-A-Lot, and more. Stay tuned.